Hey everybody, it's Miss Jenkins. Today I'm going to show you a really brief overview of how to create a Google site. So from the main Google page, to get to sites, you click on your waffle and you can go right down to the sites button. And there are some templates you can start with if you feel more comfortable doing that. I tend to start with just a blank one for myself, but that is a personal preference. So real quickly, you have your title section right here. You can change your image if you want to. You can upload one that you have saved, or you can select image. That'll allow you to drop one in from Google Drive, as well as searching for them on Google. So you will change your page title here. You can put in your site name either here or here. It doesn't matter which. So let's just do Russia, and it'll automatically update both. First thing you probably want to look at is the themes over here on the right. So this is where you can change how your website looks. So let's say you wanted to do this one and you liked this green. And then you can change the font style. So you can change all of those things there. If you ever want to do additional pages, this is where you would add them. So let's say you wanted to have kind of like a starting page, but then you wanted different sections that people go to. So not everything is on one page. This is where you would add those extra pages. So you could click new page, test one, and drop it right in there, and you can see now you have your home page and page one. You can drag and drop them underneath there to give you a little drop down so it's a little neater. Or you could even do, a new menu section. And that gives you a menu. So come up to the top here. Let's put these in our menu. All right, so now we have our home and then we have our menu. I actually don't want to do that. I want that to be separate. So I would have to work that out, why that's underneath there. But you can fix it if you want to. I'm just kind of trying to show you how you can create those pages within pages. And then this is the main area you're going to be working from. So there are lots of different options, things you can drop in. You can add a text box. It has all the normal options for text. You can change it to have a title or heading to kind of help designate the different sections of your site. So if you wanted to add a title here, and then you can also double click and get these options as well. So I can add more text and I can make this one a subheading. And then one of the other cool things you can do is, let's say I know I'm going to have a bunch of subheadings, I can duplicate that. I can also change the section colors with this little palette right here. So it helps you kind of show different sections if you wanted to do that. You can drop in images. That allows you to search both Drive and Google Images. If you were going to embed something, you could do that here as well, but there's other ways to do it, either from Drive or like if you were actually putting another site inside your site, you could do some embed stuff, but really we're not going to be doing that with this project. So these different layouts right here kind of give you a template without a full-on template. So let's say you wanted to drop in some pictures with captions and text. It kind of groups everything together instead of you having to do it individually. But I can still click and edit all this different text. And if I didn't want this text, I could remove it if I chose to. So you would click on this little plus sign and you can choose different things. So like, let's say you wanted to select an image. You have the option to choose from something in Google Image Search or something in Drive. So let's say we wanted to add this picture. And it keeps its format right here. So then if you wanted to change how the picture was in there, you double click, and now I have the option to make the picture smaller or bigger. So right now, this is the smallest it can get. This picture is not the best for this particular size, but you can crop, and that's what I was just doing, or uncrop. You can also link your images if you chose to. Let's say you didn't like this image and you wanted to pick another one. Instead of deleting it and messing up your formatting, you can click on those three dots and then replace image and select something new. So it's really easy to do that. And then it's real easy to click and edit your text. If you want to add some extra things in here, this collapsible group allows you to put in a heading and then a bunch of text, but instead of taking up and making people scroll all the way through all of it, it's collapsible. So if I did heading and then bunch of text, now it only shows up when you click on it. So that's kind of nice. The image carousel is really cool. You can drop in lots of different images and it'll kind of scroll through them as the person is viewing your site. So you would click here and add your images. You can upload or select, and then you can choose to show captions if you want to, and you can show your transition speed and things like that once you actually add things. And then buttons are just kind of a nice way to clean up your site instead of dropping actual links or things in there. So let's do a test button, and I'm going to just link it to the home page. So there's my button. The color is determined by your theme. So if I change this to purple, now that is purple. If I change it to red, now the button is red. And you can click on the button and change how that looks too. So it's all up to you. And then the last thing, there's a divider and another placeholder. The placeholder is basically just these. But the other thing that I thought might be really cool to show you is the map. Because you're in a social studies class, this might be a really cool way to show what you're talking about with your here. So let's say you were looking at Russia, and then you were like, this is cool, I'm gonna select that image. So there it is, there's Russia. And then you can click and drag to make it bigger if you want to. These gray lines right here, you cannot be in the middle of these lines. It'll snap to one or the other. So just FYI on that. And you can also embed things directly from Google Drive this way. So if you had slides that you wanted to embed, you could click slides, and then it would pull up all of your slides, and then you could drop them in automatically. So I'll pick one. So this is what the slides would look like. And then people could click through your slides without actually having to go through them, or they could click to open them in a new tab. So that's how all of that works. Up here at the top, you have your undo button. This preview is really helpful if you want to see what the site looks like. So this is what my site looks like right now. And you'll notice my map, I can click and drag like it's functional, which is really cool. And here are my slides, and I can click through all of those and not have to leave if I didn't want to. Here's my collapsible text. So there's lots of really cool things. And then this allows you to see, like, if somebody was looking at this on their phone, what would this look like? If someone was looking at it on a tablet, what would it look like? And then a full screen. So just kind of helpful. All right, if you're ready to exit the preview, you just click X. The only other thing that you might want to do is in the settings, change your navigation mode from top to side if you had a thing to do drop downs with. Right now we do not, but it would show up over here instead of along the top. And you can have it be transparent, or you can have it be white or black. It's kind of hard to see unless we're at the top. So I'm going to scroll up to the top. There you go. So now it's white, and we've got this drop down thing here. Okay. So that's how you would change that. when you're ready to publish, you click publish. Mine's going to look a lot different than yours, so you don't need to worry about, you only have one option on how to publish. If you have any questions, just let me know. There's tons of variations you can do. Thanks.